we are in Ohio a little earlier than we expected to be this year. We are not staying for the summer this time around, but we actually are here for the funeral of my husband's maternal grandma, Grandma Esther. So kind of a sad occasion, but also it's one of those things where she was 92 or 93, I think, and she's been declining for years, and she's been ready to go meet Jesus for years already. The viewing calling hours are going to be tomorrow. So we found out yesterday morning, Monday morning early, and we left last night, drove up here all through the night, and we just got here this afternoon. We did make multiple different stops here in Ohio today. So we drove through the night, got up here, and my husband actually bought his old motorcycle back from a friend he sold it to about 4 years ago, and we're going to keep it here at the house so that we have it for the summer. And it also is nice to have an extra set of wheels around here. So he's not back yet, Jackson's with him, but we got here, we unloaded. And if you're new here, my name is Lynette, by the way. We're getting settled in here at our Airbnb that we own in Sugar Creek. We were here last summer. We're thankful that the house is open for a few days. We're up here for just a couple days. We'll leave again on Friday, probably. We are coming back up in a couple weeks, but it was kind of too long to just stay up here. We were planning to be in the area here for a couple weeks, mostly in July, and then a trip out west after we land here, or we go up west for a week and then come back. So it was kind of a couple weeks in between. Plus we had some bookings here at the house that we don't really want to cancel, obviously. And so we'll go back home. A lot of driving, but it is what it is. It's part of moving to Florida, I guess. So my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Lynette and Vaughn, are actually going to join us tomorrow night. They live a couple hours from here. The funeral, I know, Harper, just hang on. The funeral is here in Holmes County area, which is where our house is. And so they're coming up here for one night, and they're going to stay at our house too. Do you want one of these? We don't have any food here yet, and so I'm trying to find. We have some snacks usually that we have for guests sitting here, and I'm waiting till Nick gets back here. But I don't know if you're gonna like those, Harper. I also need to go mow the yard. We worked last summer here for almost 2 months, doing different amounts of work to it, painting, furnishing it, and everything. And so this is where we're at currently, and we love it. It's an older home that they had remodeled before we bought it, and then we just did some more updating to it a little bit, decorating, things like that. I love doing this type of thing, but it was a lot of work last summer, so we're hoping this summer might not be quite as extensive in that sense. So I'm gonna go see what I can do out here. Got to go through and kind of pick some of the weeds, and the mulch definitely needs to be redone, but we don't really have time to redo everything until we come up in July or end of June. So I think for now we'll just kind of clean up what we can. I see they have been stacking some twigs and branches here. And I also have some weed killer that I can use. So I don't know if I even have a hoe here. I might have to go borrow one from my grandma. But I got everything mowed. Caden's working on the weed eating. And the irises are just on the way out as well. So we kind of just missed the peonies and the irises, which is a bummer. There's a couple left over here. Had to bring Bo along, didn't have a sitter. just got over here to Habaneros, otherwise known as Black Gold Golf Course here in Sugar Creek. We all got showered and we feel a lot better, but we're hungry and there's really no food in the house, so we're gonna eat, and we love this place. Jax, how bad do you want to golf right now?
I want to golf more than a cow eating a tomato.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Boy, the vibes are terrible here tonight. I'm glad I'm not golfing.
The vibes are terrible. Yeah, it really does not look like a good night.
Sucks. It does not look good.
No.
Horse looks very unattractive.
If he hits me, he signs his glove and gives it to me.
Nick is very depressed because of his shoulder situation. He needs surgery.
No, I hate golf actually, so it's fine.
Come on, dude.
Don't miss the sarcasm.
I know how to do that. Yeah.
Just is so cheery, and I'm making some mint tea, some of my tea leaves from out there for Nick and I. We are just relaxing out by the fire. It's actually kind of chilly and the sun is starting to go down. The boys are with my cousin Chase. He said he'll bring them home when it's time, and we had a good dinner.
Blanket, Mom.
Yeah, so Lynn was asking me if I have any favorite memories or some thoughts on Grandma's life as we came up here to celebrate her 93 years on this earth.
That's crazy.
That's wild. She was, when you do the math, she's born in 1933. Obviously, as a lady that grew up in 30s and 40s and the 50s, they saw rough times and their upbringing, and just life was a lot different from ours, and I'm sure she had a hard life in a lot of ways, but I never heard her complain. And Grandpa actually died in I want to say it was 1999. I know it was just before 2000. Grandpa died of cancer, so she's been for 27 years, if I'm not incorrect there, she's been living by herself, and could have fussed and complained about that, but I never heard her fuss about that either. She was always very encouraging and a wonderful, wonderful grandma to us grandchildren. One funny story that I have that us brothers just will never forget this story. I'm sure it'll come up this weekend or this week at the funeral. But, as a older lady with fighting the technology growth the last many years back when I wish I knew, I would say this was...
Were we dating?
Probably not. So it would have been probably 2006 to 2008. I don't know. It was when voicemails were starting to... People were using voicemails for a while already, and we discovered that she drove Amish people a lot.
She was a taxi driver.
She was a taxi driver for a lot of Amish people, locals here. And we discovered on her cell phone that she had tons of voicemails, and she had no idea that she had them. And so one day we had to set up a password for her so that she could listen to the voicemails. So us brothers, we set it up for her and we gave her the password. I think it was her house number. We made it something simple. And we told her to start listening to these voicemails. There were so many of them. And she started responding to the voicemails as if as if they were live people talking to her.
Bless her dear heart. Didn't you come and check on her one time? And
Yeah, and then later we came back and I asked her, I said, Grandma, how's the voicemail situation going? Are you getting people's voicemail? And she said, oh, I forgot my passport, she said. Passport? I said, well, Grandma, you won't need your passport. You just need your password. She said, well, I don't know what it is. And I said, well, it's your house number. We told you. Oh, she forgot.
oh,
I mean, can you imagine growing up? Yeah.
I know.
Getting to the last
How
couple years of
advanced
technology with
technology
that
is.
age would be just unbelievable. But yeah, she tried her best. And then the other funny story that I have for her is this happened a couple of years ago when she was still able to drive around by herself, but she was getting forgetful and whatever. She lost track of which day it was of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody called to check on her, if I remember right, to see why she wasn't in church. Just asked her how she's doing. She said, oh, it's good. She's been having a good day. She went out, tried to wash her car out.
Well, you have to understand, she was very faithful in, going to church, and she's a Christian, and just, So she was, trying to wash her car, but...
Which is a Saturday activity, for those of you that don't know.
Grandma.
According to Grandma, you don't wash your car.
Were even car washes open up
No,
here?
she said the Berlin car wash was closed. She couldn't figure out why it was closed, but she went out to the car wash. It was closed. She came back home and she did some other work stuff. And she was sitting there in the afternoon, and one of her church friends called her and asked her if she's okay. And she's like, yeah, doing great, having a good Saturday here. And they're like, it's not Saturday, this is Sunday. We're wondering why you weren't in church.
I bet she was so horrified.
So those are some of the funnier later stories that we have of Grandma.
She was just always, I didn't know her maybe in her prime at
very
all.
kind soul.
She was so, every time we'd come in there to visit or whenever we'd see her, she was just so, overjoyed to see you and cheerful and just, I don't know.
And not in recent years because her health was declining, but before her health had started declining, she would always offer us something to eat, always. Something that she had made, and it was always good. And that's something I enjoyed about Grandma as well. Wonderful lady, and we're going to miss her.
Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. The girls have been playing for, 45 minutes already. It's around 7:46 and I'm about to head out to Walnut Creek Cheese. I slept really good last night and was up around 6, sat outside for a while, still chilly, had my coffee, watched the sunrise, and it was really good. At home, I can't really see sunrises very well at all. The trees mostly block it, and then the sunsets we can't see either. So it's always such a gift to be able to come up here and to see both of those. And I love summers up here. Winters, no, I'm good. Please give me Florida all day, every day. I am going to go to Walnut Creek Cheese this morning to get a few things to eat because we really don't have anything to eat. And I told my brother-in-law and sister-in-law that they should maybe come bring their stuff here if they get here early enough. They could come get their stuff settled in before this evening and before the viewing this afternoon. And we might grab lunch with them or something. So I think I'm mainly just gonna get a few things for breakfast. And I know that I have often mentioned Walnut Creek Foods in the past. I say Walnut Creek Foods because they are the brand behind the Walnut Creek cheese stores up here. And I grew up using their products. They are a food distribution company based here in Holmes County. Started off as just a little thing, but it's grown into a lot more. They make a lot of products themselves, like baked goods. They do some canning, they do jams, jellies. They have lots of bulk foods like meats, deli meats, cheeses, and then they have their Walnut Creek cheese stores up here. But they also distribute a lot of products to stores across the United States, as I've mentioned in the past. So you might be able to find them near you. They're not in every state, but they're in a lot of them. And I think they're continually growing in where they're adding stores and things like that. So always recommend you guys check them out. And I will also leave their link in the description box, walnutcreekcheese.com, because they do have an online website that you can do some shipping orders from. So if you want to try and, buy some things online, you can do that and use my discount code Lynette for 10% off. That is always good. If you ever want to use it, I will put that in my description box, and I'm going to try and get some things to have for breakfast and some snacking and things like that. So a thank you to Walnut Creek Foods for sponsoring today's video. All right, I'm on the way back, got some things, and I'm very hungry, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have some other hungry kiddos too. I am planning to go over to my grandma's here in a little bit once I get the girls dressed and we've eaten and stuff. I think we're gonna meet Lyndon's for lunch at East Main. That way it can kind of tide us over until we have dinner tonight then at the calling hours and stuff. So that's the plan for today. Calla lilies.
Oh, guck ich mal, das ist ich schon.
Wow.
Ich muss die Stämmel abnehmen.
Before I go into East Main, I'm gonna run into Leaf and Linden really quickly.
It's hot. Yeah, it's gonna be too hot.
Just got done with an absolutely delicious lunch, as always. We're going back to the house to get changed, and we might hang out there for a little bit. But yeah, East Main is always a delight to go to. The food was delicious, and we actually talked to Mark and Maureen, the owners there. We know them, and they're always just the kindest people. And definitely, if you're needing a good breakfast, lunch, or dinner option, go there. And especially their steak is just top notch. So. Trials and temptations, is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer, and we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share. Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Why did you try? Does Anaya want some? You sure you don't want the grapes? So we had the funeral today, laid dear grandma to rest. It's always, you know, bittersweet for the loss, but not sad for her. And so we rejoice that she's with Jesus, and yeah, she's not in pain, she's not suffering, and all of that. So been here this afternoon. I actually did mow our yard again. I do love mowing yard, although I do get seasonal allergies usually a little bit. However, I just kind of deal with it because I like mowing yard, and I wanted to mow it fresh before we leave. That way my cousin doesn't have to do it just immediately, and it's ready for the next guests, which are checking in tomorrow evening. Some of the family is still here this evening. We've just been snacking, eating up some of the food I had in the fridge, and we had some leftovers around and stuff like that. So not sure what we're doing tonight yet, but it's a really beautiful night. Yeah, just kind of chatting and hanging out. I'm doing laundry. Probably head out in the morning. I'm going to try and do a little bit of cleaning how I can, but I'm guessing not very much will happen just with having the whole family around. So we'll get our wonderful cleaner to clean the house for us after we leave. And I think we're just going to try and head out in the morning as soon as we can and try to drive, because we don't think we can handle another all-nighter right away. Plus we're coming up again in 2 weeks, so. So my Aunt Jeannie texted me and told me that their goats, one of them just had a little baby goat. So we came over here.
Maybe a boy.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a boy or a girl.
Let's go look.
Maybe it's a girl.
Don't go in the pen though.
Okay.
Where do you think it is?
We feed?
Is it over here?
It is.
I think.
Oh, Mom. There's a big, tough goat.
Where are they? Come on, come out here.
Why? I don't think
Oh my goodness.
Mommy, how to touch it?
No. Just look at it.
Cute goat. So cute.
Look, he's learning how to walk.
So cute.
Oh my.
Who's the mom? Oh my goodness. I should feed the baby goat. Come here, goatie. Oh, but don't scare it. Do not scare it. Go. Oh, it's so cute. Why is there watermelon